If you are not feeling good with yourself, if you feel where you are, don't give up. You'll find what is good for you. And even if you never find, you can construct the reality to have something more connect with you. In Catfarm, we are trying out to create something to reduce the walls of accessibility and slowly to welcome more people. And I want to share, like a community is the way I found to be more good, be better with myself, and try to construct ways more health, like safe space.
Imagine a world in harmony with nature, with others, and with ourselves. A world where people are nourished by diversity and beauty. Do you believe it can exist? Utopia, discovering dreams that are reality.
My name is Gabriel. We are in Catfarm. It's an intention community in the south of France, near of a small village. The name is Poussin. The intention of Catfarm is around education, and we like to see Catfarm like a school of life, where there is many laboratories, and we are learning with the day by day around some topics like permaculture, no-violence communication, gender equality, build of consent, horizontal governance. But even to cook, to clean, to exchange is a learning. We have the vision of to inspire, grow, and share together. The idea is this learning process. You start to inspire first yourself. After you can, with your behavior, align with the values we have, inspire others. And with this process of teach and learn, you can start to grow.
Hey, my name is Siska. Catfarm for me is a place of possibilities, of creation of more regenerative cultures, and also a home for a lot of international young people to come together and ground a bit more as well.
Hi, Cadmo. For me, what we're doing here, we're trying to create an alternative to society, an alternative to this culture of waste, and we're trying to be part of the cycle of nature. I think it's an experiment of sustainability. It's an experiment of a social structure. We're trying to figure out how to live with each other and how to live with nature.
3 years ago, we started with the process to implement horizontal governance. Now, 3 years after, we organize ourselves by circles and roles. We have 6 circles. There is building, connected to the construction, the maintenance. There is garden. There is life. Life is everything of the day by day of the community. There is balance. It's about the well-being, like a human resource. There is vision. It's like finance, marketing, social media, and there is art. Like the 6 circles is like the domains of activities of Catfarm, and depend of your commitment, you put your energy in these roles.
Hello, Nicola. I believe that I'm here as I want to live in a way that it's the most regenerative for me and for what is around me. Living in a community that includes permaculture projects and eco-building, a way of living that for me is closer to the earth also. Right now, taking care of the building circle. So in a way, coordinating the projects linked to the building. So I'm still new, I have 3 months ago, so I'm in a way also like doing a lot of different things and slowly diving more into this area which is around the building.
I'm doing the part of finance. I do project management of some projects. I do the care cat to take care of the balance of the energy of people. There is other people doing the garden, other people doing the building. And like this, we share the activities, but we are interconnected by this structure horizontal of circles and roles. And every week we have some meetings to do a follow-up of all the activities. Every 6 months we do a week of strategy of Catfarm, and we discuss what we're going to do in the next 6 months and what we did in the past 6 months.
Hello, I'm Francia. At Catfarm, I feel at home. I feel like here I open my heart a lot. I also created some of my closest connections and friendships. I don't know, you can explore many different projects here. You can find your place. I would say let's try not to have prejudice towards these places and just try and discover something like this. I think you can just learn more and you can get inspired and you can, discover a different way of living.
Catfarm starts like 10 years ago. The founder of Catfarm, his name is Ulysses. He is from Netherlands, and his father, 30 years ago, come from Netherlands to this region, Poussin, because he was fan of Georges Brassens. He's like a musician of France, and he started to work in the vineyards around here 30 years ago, and he bought this land and 2 other ones around. 10 years ago, Ulysses was really like inside of community life and community construction, and he came to support his daddy for construct this place, because all this main house was constructed by the base of the father of Ulysses. And Ulysses started to host like couch surfing, simple ways, nomad people traveling, passing by, and was exchange place to live to place to stay for working. And this was like the start of Catfarm. The name was because before was a lot of cats here. Now we only have 2, Ziggy and Meow. And we like this idea of Catfarm, and even we play with the name of the roles, with the cultural aspect. We play with storytelling with Catfarm. And 5 years ago, we created the association and we started the process of develop like an intention community.
Living in an intentional and also international community, I think, is really empowering for me. Yeah, I really get a lot of insights. It's really interesting when we come together and we spend time, we share spaces, we work, we socialize together.
Life in the city was never really working for me. It felt somehow like it was poisoning me. I was not really happy. Then I found this place and it kind of fulfilled the dream that I didn't know I had. For me, it's a place of healing. It's a place of regeneration. It's a place that can shield you from the outside world until you're ready again to be a part of it. I feel protected here in a way.
Catfarm, to the economic viability, we mainly be in this education field. We learn like to write grants. Like we explore grants like Erasmus Plus program, Europe Solidarity Corps. We have local grants from ERO, from the region. We try to always make something conscious donation, or if you be Erasmus or Europe Solidarity Corps, there is no one pay anything. We are trying to construct a space of education without the finance walls. We have people energized roles of project management, and there is after people with other roles to make the project viable and to exist.
In our daily lives, we eat food together, and that you don't have to cook individually for every person, but we can share that, and as well as tools. I think that's helpful. And also in our daily lives, when we work, in a way we'll work for each other. So that creates more gift economy as well, like giving energy to each other. Socially, it's beneficial for me that, we really live together and we consciously make space for connection with each other. And on the ecological dimension, I think we have like a smaller footprint through living off the grid and having solar panels, but also through creating more biodiversity with our permaculture projects in the garden.
Here at Catfarm, what we've been doing up to now, a lot has been veggie gardens. We have these organic veggie gardens you can see, very beautiful. We have tomatoes, we have beans. The next phase in the development of our farming here, agriculture, is going to be regenerative agriculture. This is agriculture which not only is producing food, but it's also producing fertile soil. It's also capturing water. It's also producing biodiversity. The more plants we have in dense places, the more sunlight is being captured, transformed into sugars, being transformed into organic matter. We're then putting all this organic matter in this earth. So even though we're growing one thing, we have maybe 2 crops in our system, we also have other plants which are in there just for capturing sunlight and just for producing biomass, which we then put into the soil and we're then improving our soil. Plants are not only competing with each other for sunlight and for water, plants are also storing water for each other that they share nutrients. They create mycorrhizal connections. They create shade for one another. We're observing what's happening in nature and we're trying to work with it.
In terms of energy, the Catfarm is in a place which is pretty singular. We're not connected to the sewer, we're not connected to the electricity grid, we're not connected to the water system. Our water is coming from 80 meters below and is being redirected to two storages of water. One which is powering up the kitchen section and one which is powering up more the bathroom. This is the nerve and the center of our electric system, the electric dungeon, so which is managed by the building circle and in our holacracy, the flow cat. We need to manage batteries, solar panels, alternators. For the water, we need to make sure that the pump don't break. So as it is now, we have two systems. We have an old system which is only working when the sun is up. And we have a new system which is brand new, which has cost a lot. This one is running when there's the night. This place is having a smart cat. So a smart cat is basically a home system, which is a bit of a domotic thingy. So it allows us through phone app to check the percentage of the battery, the heat in the electric dungeon, the heat of the shower. It allows us to monitor basically when do we need to switch from the old system to the new system, and therefore to be really efficient in this.
We have the aspect of social. We respect a lot the emotion. We have a lot of space for the people reflect about the emotion. We have like tools like sharing circle. We have a role cat to be around to do mediation of conflict. We have moments like a solution council to process tensions and to find new solutions to balance the community.
To me, it feels like it's more connected to the environment through really seeing all the other living beings around and supporting them. And it's also connected through people that you see all this group of people around every time. And yeah, you're learning as well how to actually work together and cooperate.
This is a greenhouse. I mean, 100%. The walls are totally made in adobe bricks. Adobe bricks are a construction item which are basically sun-dried bricks made out of earth, sand, and if you want some insulation properties, you put straw. Inside, there's really a nice quality of life, I think, for the plants. It's really nice inside. Really, really nice. The plants and the basil are really happy. All the walls have been made with only bricks. I used second-hand wood, so probably I spent, what, 50 euros in wood, and polycarbonate, I found it into a dump. Esteta is where I was sleeping with my girlfriend before. Kierter is a bit like a 3D print of bundles of hemp and lime that you dip inside a mixture. Hemp is a really awesome material. The strength to traction is amazing. When you stack hemp together and it creates basically an intertwining of fibers which are stacked together, this all together creates really something which is really fucking solid and which could also defy gravity. It's so strong that when you build it, you can also allow yourself to build it sideways. You can allow yourself to do texture, to do some sculptings, right? And this, all in all, allows you to create a really round and organic type of shape. This house, it's a 5 square meter. In France, in urbanism, you have the right to build a little cabin of less than 5 square meter without any need of construction permit. For this one, I think I spent in total 1,500 euros. This floor is an earthen floor. There's no concrete, there's no lime, and it's also pretty solid and smooth. A green roof is thousands of layers of different things, and some of them are plastic, because in order to make it waterproof, at least the technique I know, involves like 2 or 3 layers of EPDM tarps. A green roof needs more preparation, it needs more charge, but indeed it creates a good insulation. We continue to keep Catfarm open for
volunteers come, like the minimum is 1 month, and the call is open from March to December to come like this. We have Europe Solidarity Corps volunteers, and we have the Erasmus programs, like the people come for 2 weeks and learn about some topics we share, like permaculture, no violence communication, art, discrimination, gender equality.
In Catfarm we have grid, so that means we are not connected to the skeptic system of the city. It's an amazing resource that humans are able to produce poop, because this poop is a fertilizer, it's humus, it's life for the plant, for the ground, and this is something which is worth reusing. So in our place we have a dry toilet which have no separators. We put it in the same bucket, poo and pee, and then we put it into a barrel. This barrel here is basically macerating for 3 months. We try to flip basically the piles every 3 months or so, and at some point your compost is going to be perfectly balanced.
We are living, we are working, we have social connection, we have pain, pleasure, is a lot of things. The main aspect of democracy or horizontal governance gives voice for the people. You have space to express, and your voice can be listened for the decision making. We are really open, we exist to exchange and to share this way of life we are trying to construct here, and it's nice to have the opportunity.
Utopia. Discovering dreams that are reality.